Shalom, 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 family. Hope you're all doing well. We about to get started, but I need you to do me a favor. Please hit them like buttons. Hit them like buttons. Drive the traffic, family.
This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
I hope you all are having a great week thus far, because I know I am. Yes. Once again, shalom, shalom, peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings, family. How is everybody doing in the room? And like how we do it every week, I need to see them qualms in the chat if I'm coming in nice and clear. If I'm coming in nice and clear, I need to see them qualms in the chat. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Right? Yes. Thank you. Once again, you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience. I am your host, Officer Hazak Nagad, or Born of Levi, however you wanna call me, right? But I'm still your brother in Christ. Thank you guys for putting the qualms in the chat. Thank you guys for hitting them like buttons. Hit the like button, drive the traffic, let everybody know that I'm on, share this content. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications and everything so you could be locked in and tuned in with us every week. We're going to get the show started, and I'm going to start the show with this song. It's called Ephesians, right? It's called Ephesians by Avi Queen and Global Don. So here it goes. Right, here it goes.
Yo, Avi, I mean, this gonna be hard right here.
What you mean is it gonna be hard?
I'm saying I'm already working on like 10 albums right now.
This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
You gotta do the work.
All right.
Have you ever wondered if you got a purpose? Then be down till you fell out on the surface. Well, I came here to tell you there's a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything got a season. Everything got a reason. Bet you can read that in Ephesians. Whole lot of people misleading if you open your eyes. If you open your eyes. Everything got a season. Everything got a reason, bet you can read that in Ephesians. Whole lot of people misleading if you open your eyes. If you open your eyes.
Back then, had to give out, you kept on grinding. Got a group full of stars about to come behind me. Couldn't lose with the multi-riding shotty. Started out with 100, now ride, but got it. Got the key to the safe, then I locked the code. Take me 18 hours to fly back home. Give it praise every day, cause it got him through it. Drink fresh every day, thought I did it alone. Everything got to see, just wait and explode. Then it's all about the time, then the time to explode. Had to deal with the demon now back on my toe. Can't you tell in the music I be breaking these shows? If you think blink twice, better open your eyes. Just the look that you have when you got it from mine. Then my face so deep, probably open the sky. And you feel like I feel, gonna testify, cause
everything got a season, everything got a reason. Bet you can read that in Ephesians. Whole lot of people misleading if you open your eyes. If you open your eyes. Everything got a season, everything got a reason. Bet you can read that in Ephesians. Whole lot of people misleading if you open your eyes. If you open your eyes. No, lover got no veil on me. Lifestyle to poly, took the scales off me. My vision bright, the Holy Spirit on me. All white with fringes, check the swag, homie. Head wrap when I'm praying. My brothers and sisters, that's I walk. Get what I'm saying, that's off top. I was sitting on the day that Christ stopped the clock. Told me start it over, take it from the top. If I'm prophesying, then he put the words in my mouth. I was running around screaming, even the queen. Now I know that I'm a queen, but I'm really from Judah. 12 tribes in the house, straight spitting the truth. Trying to open up windows who in need of a blessing. If you a witness, tell your story to be used as a vessel. All praise to a highest from the book on the dead. We were called out the dark, now that's what's for the best. Everything got a reason that you can read that in Ephesians.
Yes. Woo, everything got a season. Yo, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Yo, that was Ephesians. The title of that album is called Letters to the Nations by Global Dawn and Avi Queen. Beautiful track, beautiful album. Go check it out. Letters to the Nations is streaming on all major platforms. Support the family. They doing a great work, great music. And you know me, I love music, man. So, you know, when I hear something good, I'm going to play it. But once again, shalom. I'm about to say Shabbat Shalom. I'm already in the Sabbath mode. But peace and blessings, family. Right? Thank you guys for coming in. If you're new to this channel, thank you for coming in as well too. We got a beautiful conversation for you guys tonight. It's called "Is Obedience Still Being Taught?" We got to talk about that. We got to figure out, is obedience still being taught? Because there's a lot of young people out here that think being disrespectful and dishonoring their parents is cool, and it's not, right? And we're gonna actually go through the manuscripts, which is the scriptures, the Holy Bible, and we're gonna show, you know, the standard on how we actually supposed to teach obedience. Right? Because this world is not teaching it. The children are growing up reckless. And I see it every day. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, this actual topic was actually encouraged or inspired through recent events. Predominantly one event today. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later too. But appreciate you guys for coming in. Definitely appreciate you guys for coming in. Like I do every week, you know, I got to do my shout outs. This episode is brought to you by theborncollection.art, right? You want to rep your tribe, you want to rep who you from, visit theborncollection.art. This is how you support this channel. This is how you support this work, this particular stream, right? And I keep forgetting to update the website with the other 10 tribes. I got y'all. Please, I got y'all. I'm on vacation this coming week, so I'm gonna update this whole thing. Trust me, right? This episode is also brought to you by the Hebrew. Well, I'm gonna start here first. The G.O.C.C. 2023 Hebrew calendar, right? Get your calendar today, right? Also, this episode is also brought to you by. Let's let it load up. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, right? Starting Sunday, June 25th. They're now taking applications. So if you would like to join, click the link or visit historytimes.org and submit your application and get to the learning, brothers and sisters, man. This is how you're going to stay rooted on that rock, and that rock is Christ. So do yourself a favor, head over to historytimes.org and enroll into the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Yes. That's all my shout outs for today right now. Oh, matter of fact, no, I got some more shout outs. I'll do that later. Right. But definitely appreciate you, brothers and sisters, for coming in. We're going to have a great time. Before I even go into the topic, it would be I would be delusional for, not mentioning the recent events that took place this week, and we're actually still experiencing it right here in New York City. Though I would say the whole Northeast region. I know you guys already heard about it. The so-called supposedly the wildfires, right? That's been happening in Canada, which caused a lot of damage over here in the Northeast region, right? New York, New Jersey, PA, even all the way down to Virginia, was affected by the smoke of the forest fires, right? Which to me is very odd, right? These things don't just randomly happen, right? And what's crazy is I forgot to upload this image and all the images that the brothers and sisters in the body over here in this side was sending me, and I was seeing. I'm like, something is not right. Like starting from, I would say, was it Monday morning or Tuesday morning? Let me go to my archives. I'm going to show y'all this picture too. I didn't get to update it or upload it. This was Tuesday morning. So before before it really started getting crazy, which was yesterday, Wednesday, I'm telling you, it looked at something. It looked at like something out of a movie out here in New York, like crazy. But Tuesday morning, around 6:20 in the morning, I'm at work, but I'm walking around before I head into the depot. I'm looking around, and I look at this. I look in the sky, and I'm like, yo, is that the sun right now? And then I'm looking at the sun, but I'm like, nah, is that the moon? I couldn't tell, because usually the moon does what she wants. But I'm like, yo, I'm facing east right now, and I know this is where the sun usually rises, and I'm looking directly at the sun, but I'm like, nah, something is strange going on. This is Tuesday, right? So I'm gonna show y'all. Let me let me put my phone camera to the screen to show you the image that I was able to take. Right? Let me see if I could. Y'all see that? That's a picture of the sun that I took. Hold on. Let me try to focus in on time. Here it goes. The sun was like orange red. This was Tuesday morning. And this sparked a chain of brothers and sisters just sending me pictures of what they're looking at in the sky. And I'm like, yo, this is not, something is not right. Because this is before any of us even knew what was going on. It's not until later on in the day I'm hearing people talk about the fire in Canada. And yesterday, that's when I really started to smell like the burning wood. Like it's crazy how it was the air allowed the smoke to travel all the way to over here in New York City, right? And it was just crazy, brothers and sisters. Not only that, let me see if I could show y'all this too. I asked the sister if I could show it. She said, yeah. Sister Jeanette, who lives in Long Island, New York. And this also was Tuesday, the same time when I seen that red sun, right? So Tuesday, before all the smoke came into the city, this is what the sister was able to see. Hold on, this was happening in her yard, and mind you, brothers and sisters, we just came into the summer month, the change of season. But look at this. That's hail. I got the volume for y'all. Y'all see that? This is in New York. It was hailing in certain parts of Long Island. Hailing. Let me see what else we got. Here it goes.
It's straight ice.
This is in Long Island. We're supposed to be in summer. Right? So apparently something is definitely up. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a video also And when I seen it, I was like, I hope I'm not seeing what I'm really seeing. But I seen a video, a YouTube short. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it real quick. And then I don't know if I'm going crazy. I want y'all to see this to see if I'm crazy. And I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna see if you guys could see it. And you guys just tell me, what do you guys see? Let me see if I could find the video real quick. Then I'm gonna go right into the show. All right. I'm gonna show you guys this video. 1 second. Right? I want you guys to, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna look in the chat and I'm gonna have y'all say it. Because I'm not saying anything. All right. So apparently somebody did a short video, and this, I seen this video Wednesday. Like, so, you know, once I seen all the smoke going on, and I'm in, and you know, me and certain brothers on the phone. Shout out Officer Rawchaa out of Jersey. We talking and we just doing some digging, and I came across this video, and I'm like, did I just see what I think I just saw? So let me see if I can expand it for y'all too. So it says Canada fires lead to air quality alerts in Northeast U.S. So I'm not going to say anything. I would just play the video, and then you guys just tell me what you guys think y'all see. I hope y'all seen it. I'll play it one more time. I don't know if y'all seen what I think I saw, but I'm not gonna say anything. All right, that's enough of that. I mean, and like I said, this is happening Wednesday, and I seen this, and I'm like, yo, wait, did I just see that? Are they subliminally telling us how this thing happened? Like, I don't know. So I see some of y'all putting it in the chat. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy. I know I'm not. Listen, I don't know. I'm not the brightest person on earth, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But I could call a spade. And I know when I see a monkey, if I see a monkey. Right? But listen, man, we in some trying times, and you know, just like, you know, how the elder he came on live and he said it, you know, we just gotta stay, you know, just don't be afraid, brothers and sisters. Understand that these things have to come to pass, right? Also understand that everything that we see happening on the earth, understand that according to the scriptures, when you read 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, it tells us that the plagues that we're seeing that's coming on the earth is for scourges and amendment. So this is all these things that we're seeing. This is how the Most High is going to begin to correct the earth. So, yeah, just, you know, stay vigilant, stay prayed up, and understand that the Most High he's running the show. You know, these little minions, they could do what they want to do, but who's really in charge? The Most High, right? So we got to always remember that. Right. So now, get into the topic of the show, right? Is obedience still being taught? Is honoring your mother and father still a thing? Okay, so what sparked this conversation? I'm going to tell you exactly what sparked this conversation. So, I believe it was on, I think it was yesterday too. I seen an Instagram reel, right? And you know how people are just always making content just for likes and just to be seen, but nobody really like take into consideration of the minds that they may be influencing. That's why you're called an influencer, because you have the power to influence the masses. And YouTube and Instagram and these platforms, they usually pay these people top dollar to keep you engaged, to keep your mind being shaped. Right? So I seen a post. It was funny, but then when you look at it, I was like, is it really that funny? It was basically a post of a young man, of course, from the Haitian persuasion, right? And we all know, if you don't know about Levi or, Haitians in general, Haitians' upbringings are very strict. So we always make fun of how strict our upbringing was. Like, it's either you was in church or in school or your home, right? Growing up as a Haitian young man or young woman, right? In a Levite household. So we're like, I understand coming up in that type of upbringing that parents didn't play when it came to discipline and correction and being respectful. That's a big thing in Haitian culture. Not just Haitian culture, all of the Caribbean islands as well too. My Jamaicans, my Trinidadians, my Guyanese people, my Barbadians, or people from Barbados, from the Bahamas. All of us, we have a strict culture when it comes to discipline, correction, obedience, right? So I understand me coming up. There were certain things that I just could not do growing up under a strict Haitian household, especially if the household I was raised under was a church-going household and the head of the house was a pastor. Certain things I just knew I just couldn't do. It's not until I started getting older and starting to test my independence, which is low-key a form of rebellion. We just got to call it what it is, right? Then I started to do my own thing, but what I never lost was the instilling of what was instilled in me. So when I became of age and I was able to find the Most High, a lot of my upbringing plays a part to how I am as a man today, which also transpires to how I raise my sons today as well too. So we cannot neglect the fact that the way we were raised plays a part on how we are as people today, right now, adults, right? So I seen a post, this young man posting. Okay, so I can't. The thing is, I wish I could show y'all the video, but y'all gonna laugh at me. I was actually blocked from that page, but I'm gonna tell y'all how it all happened. Like, listen, I had nothing to do with it, okay? But I'm going to explain to y'all how this whole thing happened. So he basically was bragging, like, okay, so his friend was videoing him and asking him, if you want to come in this house, you got to show me, if you were a Haitian thug, you got to show me how gangster you really are. So to show how gangster he really was to be able to enter the house, I'm just giving y'all the synopsis of the reel, right? So he had to show his gangster level, whatever that actually mean, to be able to enter in the house. So he said, "Yo, and mind you, I'm a Haitian man. I got dreads, I got earrings, and I got I'm tatted up." He said, "And I'm tatted up, and my daddy's a pastor." So once they heard that, they're like, all right, you got your gangster card, you could come in. So then I'm looking at, so the first thing I do is I immediately go in the comments. Like, I want to see what people think because he said that. Because only if you are a Haitian man or a woman, you understand how crazy that sounds if you still live under your parents' household and you have tattoos, dreads, and earrings and all of that stuff, because they frown upon these tattoos. Okay, we know that, but they frown upon earrings, which, you know, dreads, or if you have long hair. Haitians frown upon these type of things, right? More so, you know, the tattoos and all of that. We all know that's a no-go, right? So I'm looking at, right. Christine Perry says vagabond. That's the term that Levi used to say someone is no good, is like you're a bum, like you're trying to be a gangster, vagabond, right? That's the Haitian, the Levi term for that, right? So if you have that, like in certain, like I said, in certain cultures, they don't accept certain things, right? So I immediately went into the comments to see. I immediately went into the comments to see what people had to say about what he said. You know, people are just praising it, laughing, and then usually brothers, I tell you right now, I do not comment on people's pages about something I disagree or whatever the case is. But I just felt so bad, because I'm like, yo, look how the youth is just glorifying being disobedient to your parents. Like, that's dishonorable. So I simply post in the comment, so y'all just glorifying disobedience, right? And I just put it there and thought nothing of it. So then I woke up this morning, and then somebody commented and asked me somebody generally asked me a question. The comment that I posted actually it encouraged thought. So a young man messaged me and asked me, "Hey, so are you saying that having earrings and tattoos is bad? Because I have both. I just want to know, because I really want to know." So I explained to him, and I left him a scripture where it shows that, of course, tattoos is bad in Leviticus, and showed him and told him there's nothing wrong with having earrings. But I didn't go too in depth, right, with that. But I just let him know that, you know, we just can't be glorifying, you know, and I said the fact that he's a Haitian man, bragging about his disobedience to his father, because his father is a pastor. And I know that from the Haitian culture, that if you're living in a pastor's house, there's a certain way you have to live. Like, you had to be on point. You understand? Because there's certain things, certain lifestyles, certain ways they just would not accept. And I said, you know, we just can't be online encouraging disobedience to parents. And then somebody else commented and said, what did they say? They said, I definitely understand. They said, I definitely understand that. This is a different person now, but they said this. They said, this is what stuck out to me. They said, I do understand that, but I don't know, this is what this person said. I don't know not one Haitian, not one pastor's kid after growing up didn't make a U-turn from how they were living in their parents' shadow. Y'all heard that? Well, I got to put the charger for this one, because we got to talk. Right? He commented and said, he said he didn't know not one pastor's kid that hasn't made a U-turn in their life growing up for all the years having to live in their parents' shadow. So it's like, and I could understand his stance, where he's coming from, because it's like, you're getting, you like, you've been under such a strict rule your whole life, and as you become an adult, is your time to not really, in your mind, you're not saying I'm going to rebel, but you're saying to yourself, you know what, I'm older now, I could do what I want. But that turns into rebellion. You try to undo everything that your parents try to instill in you to try to show that you are your own individual, which I understand, but does that make it right though? Is that honorable? Are you honoring your parents by trying to walk in a different direction from what they taught you, what they instilled in you? Right? So, so my comment was basically engaging the minds of the people. It started to do that. Right? So people started commenting and whatever the case is, and we started to have like a real genuine conversation. Hopefully that I could show people like, yo, this is more than, like, I understand y'all laughing is all fun and games, but really look deep into what is being shown here. It's just basically showing that, yo, I'm cool because I'm disobedient to my parents, because I'm a so-called Haitian man. I live in a Haitian household. My father is a pastor, but I have tattoos and all these things that looks worldly. That makes you credible. And this is the mindset of a lot of young people. This is their mindset of them. They think it's cool to be worldly because your parents didn't raise you like that, but now you can fit in because you look like the world. And all I'm saying is y'all glorifying being disobedient to your parents, because I know for sure if he was really raised in a Haitian household, that was frowned upon. I can't remember. I'm getting tongue-tied saying that. That was frowned upon. And I know he wasn't raised like that. You wasn't born with tattoos on you. You went and made the decision on your own to go and get tattoos. I doubt your father, as a pastor, didn't drive you to the tattoo parlor and said, yeah, get my son tatted up. So, the people are now conversating, whatever the case is. And I get a message in my DM, and it's the actual person who made the video. So he DMs me and he's highly upset. Right? I'll read to you what he said. He says, and mind you, he's upset, okay? Because of me trying to point out an error in what the young culture thinks is cool. He says, you don't know me or my father. So obviously what I said, it struck a nerve, and it, instead of him listening to what I had to say, right? And just being like, you know what? He got a point. The defense mechanism come. But I'm gonna play out some videos, and I'm gonna show y'all what this, like, this is not a new thing. This is a pattern. But I'm gonna get there. It says, you don't know me or my father. He has no problem with my tattoos and show me off to anyone who asks who his son is. So he says, keep your weak blank opinions to yourself. Blase, blase, blase. And he says it was a funny TikTok making fun of Haitian stereotypes, just laughing, so on and so forth. Then, I responded to him. I said, peace, bro. No need for hostility, right? But I see you are highly upset because I stated my opinion. And I said, if what you were doing was 100% cool, you wouldn't feel a type of way. Because if you're comfortable in your skin and you portraying this character, you wouldn't feel attacked because someone is pointing out a negative. Just saying. And I said, I know Christian Haitian culture, and what you're showing people ain't it. And I said, everybody is making content to be seen and to get likes. He said, I'm not on that timing. I'm keeping it real. What the real is promoting is completely opposite of how you were raised. And I said, I can say that confidently because why? I probably was raised the same way he was raised. And I says, what you may be doing may seem cool to you, but is destructive for the generation that's coming up behind you, because you're playing this persona of, yeah, I live in a passive house, but I got tattoos and all of that. What's up? Now it's like you're giving that ideology to the younger Haitian Christians or Christians in general, whoever may be seeing your TikTok video and saying, you know what? If his father could allow him to do that, then surely mine can. And it's like you're grooming another generation of rebellion. So I said, you know, it's destructive for the generation coming behind you. And I said, I hope you can see and just open your eyes to see what you're portraying is not it. But I wish you nothing but success. And I don't got anything against you. I'm just calling it as I see it. Right? Then he goes on and tells me he got a 3.0 GPA and all of this stuff. Mind you, I didn't say that he was a bad person. I didn't say that he was a degenerate. He was a lowlife. All I'm saying is the content that you're making is destructive for the generation coming up after you if they fall upon it and they see it. So he thought he took it as I was attacking him as a person. No, I'm attacking what you're doing, what you're portraying, because that may not really be you. But what you're showing to people is the perception that they're gonna keep, and they're gonna retain that. So he goes on and you know says a whole lot of things that I didn't mention, and then curses me out and then blocks me, so that way I can never talk to him again. But it's okay because I didn't reach out to you. I just put a statement out there in the ether, in the gigabyte land, or in the internet land, and the people started gravitating to the comment. I guess because of the amount of attention that comment was getting, it probably pricked his spirit, because people were generally speaking to me and trying to get understanding, not being combative and telling me, you don't know what you're talking about, this is crazy. Because honestly, who wants to be labeled as a disobedient child? No one wants to, right? So, you know, then from that, I was like, you know, I got to talk about this, because this is not the first, and it's not going to be the first, it's not going to be the last time that I'm going to see something that's promoting disobedience and disrespect, because that's all I see all day anyways from the youth. That's all I see. So that's why I'm asking, is it even being taught in the households? Are children being raised to be obedient and to not be disrespectful and to honor their parents? Are children being raised like that? And a lot of the times I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, I really don't think that's being instilled in these children. Because when they come out in public, when they come out in the streets, you can clearly tell that that's not being instilled in them. Because I remember when I was growing up, I had a level of fear talking to adults. It's just certain things you just would not say in front of adults. Certain things you just wouldn't do. A certain image you just wouldn't portray. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't publicly try to disrespect or belittle your parents, like as if you're some type of big dog, or, you know what I'm saying? I hold my own weight. Excuse me, you don't know who you came out of? If they weren't here, how would you be here? Matter of fact, don't you got to go back to their house and sleep in their bed that they bought you and eat the food that they're buying for you? Like, so where's the respect at? And something is happening with this new generation where children cannot take correction. Is it because they're taking Bibles, they have completely taken God out of education? Is it because they took the Bible and God out of education? And it's not cool to talk about the Bible. Matter of fact, if you talk about the Bible, you're a weirdo, because the Bible is actually man-made, is a fairy tale. So if you talk about that book, you'll be laughed at. Is that the reason why? Look at this. Matter of fact, before I do that, I'm going to read Let me show y'all this. This and with just this precept alone. Okay. Right? With just this precept alone. Right here. Exodus 20:12. Honor thy father and thy mother. Honor. The word honor means respect. Respect your parents. Honor them for being the ones that brought you into this world. Have a level of fear when it comes to how you address them, because you're not their boss. And what that young brother couldn't understand, what I was saying to him, is like, yo, you're glorifying being disobedient to a parent, to your parent, to a supposed man of God. You understand what I'm saying? To a supposed man of God, a pastor. You're portraying this life, like you're showing this lifestyle of you being a boss, you being a thug or a gangster, but at the expense of demeaning and belittling your father's authority over you. He couldn't see that. Right? He couldn't see that. But a defense mechanism came up. You can't tell me what to do. Who are you? You can't tell. I do what I want. Spoiled brats. That's exactly what that is. A spoiled brat. Honor thy mother, thy father, and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. A simple precept that children need to know. They have to understand that. Right? Why? Look at this. Look at this. No, I don't want to go to this one first. Let me go to this one. Look at this. Look what the scripture says. Leviticus 19:3. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father. And he goes into, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. That's a command in the scriptures. That we are to fear every man their mother and his mother and his father. Fear. Because that fear that you have for your mother and your father will translate to you ultimately having fear for the Most High and having fear for all the other adults that you encounter when you're not around your parents. So the way these youngsters talk to adults now clearly show there's no fear for their parents at all, because they haven't learned to fear someone above them. So if you don't fear your parents that lives in the same house as you, you can forget about them fearing their teacher, fearing a police officer, fearing a bus driver, fearing anybody in a form of authority over them. No respect. And because they're not understanding these key precepts, this is the reason why these children has lost the sense of this of obedience and lean more towards being dishonorable children. Huh? So Now I could play this. I want to show this video, and this is another, man. This is a sad one. I want to show this video, right? And I believe it's gonna have some profanity in it, so I do apologize, right? But I'm gonna play a video, and I seen this video, I would say about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, of a young man, probably no older than 16. And the level of aggression that he has towards his mother. I'm talking about the woman that raised him, the woman that gave birth to him. It's disgusting. And we're going to read some scriptures, and I'm going to show you this is exactly what the Most High was talking about. So look at this. Look at this video, y'all. I'm going to play this video. Some of y'all probably seen this video already. And if you haven't, brace yourself.
No. I want you to touch me. I want you to touch me.
All my life, you're not doing shit.
So basically, she's telling him, you cannot go outside, and look at how he's reacting. First of all, I'm not gonna skip past his room. Now, look at his room. Look at the mess in that room. Look, this is supposed to, I don't know if this is supposed to be his bed. Huh? Like, look at his dresser. First of all, you're not going nowhere until you clean up this thing. Look at this. So all it is because she told him he couldn't go outside. And he's talking to his mother.
No. I want you to touch me. I want you to touch me.
All my life, you're not doing shit.
He was about to say, "On my mother," but he's like, "Oh, hello, you are my mother. You're talking to your mother." You see, this is how he talked to his friends. So there's no difference between how he's talking to his friends and how he talks to his mother. And these children, these kind of children, these are the ones that don't make it.
Stop playing, you're not doing shit.
So
Stop playing with me. You're not doing the S word.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You see.
Do it. Nigga, beat my ass. Beat my motherfucker.
Look how she has to talk to her son. She has to meet, because I honestly believe she's afraid. I honestly believe that she's afraid. So she has to also meet him with aggression. I believe that she's generally afraid, but she doesn't know what to do. Because if this was me, I'll be like, all right, you can go outside. You can go outside. But then he'll come back to the house and everything will be outside because you don't live here no more.
Go ahead, beat my ass right now. Go ahead, beat my ass. Ricky. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. You wanna break it down?
He's breaking the window. And you see, this problem, it didn't just start right there. It started at a younger age. And I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show y'all. That's why I say the scriptures never lie. The scriptures is really the key to life. But let's continue.
Break the other one. You want to do that? I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, there is a demon in this child. A demon.
Right. Yeah. Good. Yep.
Not realizing that if she allows you back in the house, you still have to sleep in that room. So if it's winter, you're sleeping in that cold room. Hello?
You don't give a fuck?
You're not touching me.
I'm not touching you?
You're not touching me.
And
He's telling his mother, "You're not touching me." Like, and I don't, you see, and this is what I do not understand with these kids. They're growing with no fear at all. Like, how is that happening?
no, Ricky, beat my ass. I'm begging you to beat my ass. Go ahead, nigga, beat my ass today. No, you want to beat my, Ricky, I'm standing right here and I haven't moved. Beat.
Look how he's talking to his mother. He's saying, "Come over here." And this is what I'm saying. That could not have been me 20 years ago, 25 years ago, living in my parents'. I couldn't dare speak to my parents like this. Are you kidding me?
My motherfucking ass in this house.
Excuse the language. See, excuse the language.
Go, no. You wanna fucking, no.
Over here.
Don't tell me to come nowhere.
Fuck out of here. You're not doing shit.
Don't tell me to come, no. Don't tell me, no, nigga, come beat my ass. Come beat my ass on you. Beat my motherfucking ass. I want you to. Listen. Come here. You come here. You wanna beat my ass, nigga. You come here and beat my ass. That's all I ask you to do. No. That's all I ask you to do. Okay, what?
You look at the demon in this kid. And my thing is, like, does he not realize that he's talking to his mother? Does he not realize that he's talking to his mom? This is insane.
Ricky, come beat my ass.
Can you imagine if the Most High was to replay this to him? What would he be able to say to the Most High?
Come beat my ass. No, nigga, come beat my ass. No, come on. I'm begging you to beat my ass today. Come do it. Come do it. No, you're not leaving this house. No.
Watch out.
No.
Watch the fuck
Nope. Nope.
Watch out.
No, beat my ass. Go ahead. No, beat my ass. Go ahead.
I'm taking you. Fuck you.
So, and now you guys could imagine what's happening now. As you can see, he probably overpowered her. Cause she, like I said, from this video, I could tell that she was afraid. She's scared because she's recording and speaking to him in the way with aggression. She's afraid. And this is how these stories be happening, of teens be killing their moms and doing all this stuff. It's because it's stuff like this. See what I'm saying? But look at this. It is crazy. When I seen this video, I felt bad for her. I truly felt bad for her, because I couldn't even imagine in a million years me doing something like that, right? Exodus 21:15. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. This was in the law. This is in the law. But they tell us we don't follow the law. Don't go into the law. We don't need to know that. But if children was raised understanding that this would happen to them, this would happen in the Old Testament, this would happen in old times. For if you even touch your parent, the Most High said, he that smiteth, that means to hit, his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. Right? Excuse me. Verse 17. He that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Even if you cursed at them, you cursed them with your words. So the Most High did not take disrespect of parents lightly. The Most High didn't take dishonoring parents lightly. And this is what I was trying to show this young man, but he couldn't see it. Eventually, hopefully one day he has an epiphany and he realized that he realized about the conversation that transpired between him and I. Not to say that he had this kind of relationship with his parent. I'm not saying that. But from that last video we just seen, had this little boy known this scripture, you think he would have treated his mom like that, his mother like that? The Most High did not take disrespect lightly. You couldn't even speak to your parents a certain way in the Old Testament without getting dealt with. Y'all understand that? Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all that. If children understood this, look at this. In Deuteronomy now. Deuteronomy 21:18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father, or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chasteneth him, will not hearken unto them. So it don't matter what you do to this child. You talk to them, he don't listen. You beat them, he still don't listen. So now, because you trying your best to correct your child. It says here, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gates of his place. Right? And they shall say unto the elders, my eyes is burning. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is glutton, right? He eats all the food, and a drunkard. He's always getting drunk, right? And all the men of his city shall what? Stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put away evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. You guys see that? Hold on, let me turn off this fan. You guys hear that? So the Most High did not play when it comes to disobedient children. Because if you're not going to, so basically what the Most High is showing here is, if you're not going to listen to your parents that made you, you're going to continue to grow up to be a lunatic, like crazy, out of control. And as we just seen with that kid, he was an example of that, to the point where he felt nothing in his conscience. He felt nothing when it came to how he spoke to his mother. He went to blows with his own mother. And this is how these children now are being raised. It's scary. It is scary how these children is being raised. The amount of profanity that he was using, right? The amount of disrespect, huh? Look at this. Little girl smashes classroom because she's mad.
I got this video right here for your mama, cause I'm finished seeing. Y'all get up and move. Get out the class, everybody get out the class. Everybody get out the class. Hey, y'all come out. Yeah. Y'all go out. Dr. Simon is right there in Miss Wilson's class doing the observation. You want to grab her? You want to grab her? I'm sorry. She tried to get all her kids out the room. She started throwing stuff everywhere. Again. I just heard the commotion in church.
Y'all seen that? Y'all see that? Crazy temper tantrum. And I'm pretty sure this goes on at home as well too. Right? These children are uncontrollable and they grow up like this and then they operate in the streets, and this is why you see this is where it starts. School age. And if it's not controlled, they become criminals, murderers, drug dealers. Because it's not starting from the young. Let me show y'all this as well too. Look at this. I'm in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, right? I want to show y'all this. The Most High actually gave us a remedy on how to actually fix this. Real quick. Ecclesiasticus 30:7. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. Right? That's if you babying your child. After every little thing, oh my gosh, come here, baby. Now, it says you will be troubled at every cry. Right? Look at this. Look at the comparison. It says, and horse not broken becometh head strong, and a child left to himself will be willful, excuse me. And a child left to himself will be willful, meaning they will do whatever they please. They feel like they have the will to do whatever they want. You can't tell me nothing because you didn't raise me, I raised myself. And how does that happen? Listen to this. It says, conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Right? Let's go into the definition for conquer, because that's like play with your child, when you play with them. Right? Let me get the definition for y'all. Right? It says conquer, right? To fondle, to indulge, to treat with tenderness, to pamper, We getting some understanding here. Right? To pamper, to treat with tenderness. You're afraid to discipline your child. I know a couple of parents who's like that. Oh, nah, we just talk to them because, they're kids, Nah, kids need instruction. They need structure, and they need to be able to fear you at the same time. No, they need to know you love them, but also, fear me at the same time. Just like the Most High. Yeah, the Most High, he loves us, but still fear me at the same time. It says, cocker thy child, pamper thy child, be tender with thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. And like I said, that video that we just watched with that little boy, and the mom video recording him and speaking aggressively, she's only do that because she was afraid of him. She's raising a male child with no man in the house. What do you think is going to happen? Cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. How? Because he's not going to grow up having respect for anybody. Not even you, because he plays you. He thinks we're friends. Like, I be going upside of my 8-year-old head when he be calling me bro. I'm not your bro. Don't call me. He get excited. We talking, whatever the case is, and he'll get excited. I'm like, yo, watch yourself. I'm your dad. Like, we could have fun, we could play, but don't get too comfortable. So sometimes I have to snap him back into reality, right? It says, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. You're always sucking your teeth. This dang kid, my gosh, I can't tell him nothing. It says here, give him no liberty in his youth. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. We're not supposed to say, oh, he's just a kid. Oh, that's cute. We're not supposed to do that with our children. Because it's cute turns into, oh my gosh, I can't believe he just did that. That's what that turns into eventually. Oh, don't worry. Oh, look at my baby. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh, listen, how could you be mad at this face? You know what that turned into? Oh my gosh, call the cops. He's crazy. The scriptures don't lie. What else it says here? It says, bow down his neck while he is young. So that means you must correct him from youth, from very young. Let them know, like, this is nothing to play with. I'm not smiling with you. I'm not laughing with you right now. Right? There's some parents out there that think, I want to be friends with my child. I want my child to be able to come to me and to have a conversation. They can still do that too. While disciplining them. There's a balance on how you're supposed to raise them though. You don't just straight start what and just start beating everything in sight. Nah, you talk. Or if you correct, you say, yo, this is why I did this. You understand? I don't want to do this to you. You understand? And you talk to them and you get them to express themselves on why they feel the way they feel. That's what I do with my sons. It says, bow down his neck while he is young. And what? And beat him on his side while he is a child. So it must start from when he's a child. Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Chastise thy son and hold him to labor. Meaning, You can't just allow your kid to just do what they want to do freely. Oh, he's too young. I'll wash the dishes. Oh, no, he's too young. I'll throw out the trash. Oh, no, he's too young. I'll fix his bed. Nah, you got to give them chores. Did you? Matter of fact, let me go back to that video real quick just to show y'all. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that little boy's room? Let me show y'all. Y'all seen that little boy's room? Look at this little boy's room. What? Obviously he has no chores. He was never giving any chores to do. Like, does he sleep on top of the clothes? Does he sleep standing up? Does he even sleep? Like, look at the state of this room. You're not living in my house and your room looks like this. It's not happening. It doesn't make any sense. Right? It says, chastise thy son. Let me get it here. It says, chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. It's going to become offensive because he's lazy now, right? He don't do anything. You just here. You ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I want to know why. And this is the reason why we actually need the Bible. The Bible encourages correction of children. And it's, brothers and sisters, it's so sad when I see these young people in the streets and how they operate and how they talk to adults, how they talk to each other. It's clearly evident that the Bible is not being opened. It's sad that you have a child like that talk to you. Like, can you imagine you raise this child? This child came out of you, and this is how they speak to you. Now I see why the Most High put those laws in the scriptures, because it's unbearable. I wouldn't be able to stomach that. Are you kidding me? You talking to me like you made me. You talking to me like I'm supposed to be afraid of you. But the obedience part starts at home. And unfortunately, there's nothing that we could do for the outside children. It's as much, and I'm starting to realize that as much as you want to say something, for some of these children, it's almost kind of too late, because once they're in their teens, they're already developing who they are. It's only going to take the Most High to step in and to really now correct them now. Because the times where you had to correct them, you lost those years. You lost those years. Right? And we gotta we gotta make sure. We have to make sure, as much as is in us, to raise our children according to these scriptures. For them to have an understanding, and just to understand how to fear an authority figure. These young people do not fear authority at all, and they show it off, and it's prideful. And not only is it prideful, it's being encouraged and it's being praised by their peers. Like, yeah, yo, you did that. Yo, that's what's up. Yeah. Don't you know that that kind of behavior could remove you off of the earth? That's what the Most High said. Living in that kind of behavior will remove you off of the earth. Like, you're not going to live long. I be trying my best to understand some of these people. But it's kind of hard. Oh man. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time for this week, Finding the Stupor. Will we find the stupor? I think we're getting closer and closer every week when it comes to finding the stupor. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself for this week's stupor. But I'm not gonna lie. This week's stupor is not even a funny stupor. It's actually a sad one. It's actually a sad one. And I seen this one this week. This one was published June 5th. I was actually watching the news when this one came out. This one is crazy, guys. This stupor right here, bro, is mother daughter charged with murdering grandmother in Landover home. Right here. Mother and daughter. This stupor is so fitting for this topic tonight. It says, authorities say a mother and her daughter have been charged in connection with murdering the family's grandmother inside their Prince George County home. Police have charged 44-year-old Candace Craig with first and second degree murder. Her 19-year-old daughter, Lawya Hardy, is charged with accessory after the fact. Officials they believe Craig murdered her mother, 71-year-old Margaret Craig, on May 23rd inside their home in the 200 block of Hill Road in Landover. This is crazy, guys. Let me play this.
But first tonight at 8:30, two women, a mother and daughter, accused of killing their grandmother, remain in jail.
Fair use.
It's a gruesome story. One Arcady Barlow heard in court today. She's in Landover with the details.
This house behind me on Hill Road in Hyattsville, Maryland, is where 44-year-old Candace Craig is accused of murdering her mother and then recruiting her daughter, Lawya Hardy, to help her dismember the body and burn it.
What? Dismember? She got her daughter to help her to dismember and to help her burn the body. So is that mother an example of being raised without having no structure, disobedient, and doing what you want to do? And now she apparently is teaching her daughter to do the same. This is crazy. Like Christ said in Matthew 24, for the love of many shall wax cold. For you to be to have the imagination to take out your mother.
Candace Craig is facing first-degree murder charges while her daughter is facing charges for being an accessory after the fact. Today, a judge in Prince George's County said both women must remain behind bars for now. They're a threat to the safety of the community.
So just the thought of people who are in your lineage, people who are supposed to be carrying on your legacy, being a part of your demise is almost unbelievable.
The assistant state's attorney said that this is one of the worst murders she has seen during her time in office. Police say they were called for a welfare check by a witness who speaks regularly to 71-year-old Margaret Craig and said they hadn't heard from her in days. Police searched the house and say they found human remains on trash bags, along with blood splatter in the basement and more human remains on a chainsaw. Prosecutors say the two women dismembered the body, then tried to burn it on a grill behind the house.
Are you kidding me? Dismember and burn it on a grill? Like, what is going on in the minds of these people? If all the demons haven't been released yet, if this story is not convincing that they haven't released all these demons on this earth, come on, y'all. If this is not compelling enough, then I don't know what to tell y'all.
I thought something was kind of suspicious because Memorial Day, they had their grill further down from the house. From the house. Usually have their barbecues close to the house. That kind of got suspicious. I didn't see nobody at the grill, nobody bringing anything out to the grill. So I didn't pay much more attention to it.
They had one of those barrel type grills.
Yes.
And they had the charcoal sitting beside, and then they had like a little table with the umbrellas.
The grandmother is still technically a missing persons case. The DNA that was collected here at the crime scene is being analyzed as we speak, and the two women are set for their next court date in July in Prince George's County. Back to you guys.
This is crazy, y'all. Crazy. Insensibility. That, I don't know, man. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Like, was that worthy of a stupor? Like, because stupor is not always supposed to be funny, This is some real stuff that's going on, man. And all of this is just showing what the Most High said would take place in the last days. This is crazy, y'all. Really crazy. I can't even fathom the thought. Like, it's just I seen this story this week. I'm like, nah, I have to make this the stupor. I know we usually be laughing during the stupor, it'd be funny, but this one, come on, we gotta talk about that. Like, what was that? Was it some type of cannibalism going on too? Cause they barbecuing the body? Like, what were y'all doing? Like, it's crazy. But nonetheless, this is what the Most High said will be taking place on this earth in the last days. We are definitely here. And like I said, every week we're going to continue tracking this stupor as we go. We're going to continue to track it until we see Christ crack that sky. Right? But yeah, man. Definitely, we got to continue talking about this conversation. Right? Is obedience still being taught? I'm saying no. I'm saying obedience is not being taught. And I don't know if people will continue, or if parents, worldly parents, are even trying to instill that. Right? I don't know. Tell me y'all thoughts, but I'm going to open up the lines real quick because I want to make this a conversation. I want to definitely hear your thoughts, because I know a lot of you guys be having a lot of great feedback, a lot of insight when we have topics like these. But I really hope. But I'm gonna play a song real quick. Definitely gotta make sure I play this song. It's a single from my man Hebrew Fresh, featuring Rawchaa and myself. It's called So Rare. Let's hear this thing.
This is the Born of Levi experience on GOCC Media.
So rare, so rare, so rare. So rare that you find a girl who keep commandments. So rare that you find a girl who fits God's standards. So rare that you gon' wanna meet the parents. So rare that you just caught into a marriage. So rare that you find a girl who keep commandments. So rare that you find a girl who fits God's standards. So rare that you gon' wanna meet her parents. So rare that you just caught into a marriage. Beauty and favor, got nothing on you, girl. Got nothing on you. The way you fit a father, up in heaven kinda new girl. Really ain't used to that modesty, honestly. You a ruby and I honestly die for the honorably. Want a dowry, my life for the charity, like to see. Those of you stream, I'm on it, they constantly kinda deep. I can see the whole universe through your eyes. I can watch you with the word, don't need no tie. Living waters, how your loving keeps me alive. Purpose line upon line, girl, you so wise. Had that lamp so fill up oil, made you my bride. Fruitful, rooted in the line, they need no pride. So humility and I done filled you. My crown, such a light of love is blinded, girl, you so bright. So rare that you find a girl who keep commandments. So rare that you find a girl who fits God's standards. So rare that you gon' wanna meet the parents. So rare that you just caught into a marriage. So rare that you find a girl who keep commandments. So rare that you find a girl who fits God's standards. So rare that you gon' wanna meet her parents. So rare that you just caught into a marriage. I love her style and all. Everything about her is just spiritual. Whoa, could I tell she coming from a good home? The way she conduct herself with wisdom. Yeah, funny thing you catch your eyes. Fully focus on the mission for the kingdom of Christ. Mommy, it's alright. Mommy, it's alright. Now that you're keeping the commandments, you got everybody talking about you everywhere. Say you could have been a cover girl on the front page of the top magazines out there, but you just modest though. Fringes on your dresses reach you down on your toes. One man to your thing, you're full of principle. Evil Fresh is gonna sing for you. So rare that you find a girl who keep coming.
This is the Born of Levi experience on GOCC Media.
So rare that you gon' wanna meet the parents. So rare that you just caught into a marriage. So rare that you find a girl who keep commandments. So rare that you find a girl who fits God's standards. So rare that you gon' wanna meet the parents. So rare that you just caught into a marriage. She's the one I pray for. She's the modest beauty queen to my king flow. Put together so nice, you're an angel. Every time I smile, I see a halo. The most I made out of many. Then you created you and me. A vision of a perfect family, bringing forth back this righteous seed, yeah. I can't believe when I seen you, the girl of my dreams. The most I made you for me. I can't believe I'm complete. You're the missing part of me. I arrived in my destiny. Give me that sweet type of love. That daughter of Zion type of love. You give me that sweet kind of love. Abraham and Sarah kind of love. So rare that you find a girl who keep commandments.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. That was So Rare. So Rare by Hebrew Fresh, Rawchaa and Melodic Kazakh. Streaming everywhere on all major platforms. Go and check it out. Do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Man, so much talent within Rawchaa. I really wish I could play everybody's song, like back to back to back to back. But, you know, maybe I got to do a special show for that. Or, matter of fact, I'm going to set up a show with my moderator, Mr. King Styles, and we'll just have a straight mix session. I'll probably do something like that. I'll probably, yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna set that up in the future, where we'll have a mix session, right? Live. Everybody in Yashara's songs, right? But praise the Most High once again. You're now tuned into the Born Levi Experience, right? I'm opening up the lines now. I'm going to open up the lines. Like I said, I wanted to make this a conversation. Y'all see the number on your screen, right? 646-439-6959. That is 646-439-6959. Let's talk about this real quick. Is obedience still being taught, man? Let's talk about it. All right, we got our first call already. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom. Who am I speaking with?
Shalom, this is Sister Tamara.
I'm sorry, Sister who?
Sister Tamara.
Sister Camara?
Yeah, with a T,
Oh,
Tamara.
Oh, Tamara. Excuse me. Shalom, sister. How you doing, sis? How you doing?
Doing well. I caught part of the show, but with watching that last clip that you showed with the burning and everything, I mean, this is just, I don't know exactly what this world is going through, but there is no obedience being taught. Parents are trying to be friends. Parents are trying to be children again themselves for the majority of the part.
And let me ask you about that. You said parents are trying to be children themselves. Like you gotta unpack that.
Okay, so from what I can understand and see from the little town that I stay in, you know, there was young girls with parents at early ages. They missed out on trying to do their best, but still trying to go to school, trying to still be teenagers, but they have children and a whole bunch of stuff. And so they're trying to be able to regain what they lost from their disobedience from earlier on in their lives.
Right. Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah.
And it's not going to go anywhere. We definitely need to make sure that we do not spare the rod.
Con. Praise the Most High. Yeah, we definitely have to make sure. You know, it's not like we want to use it. You know, just to use it, but we're using it for correction. So, you know, praise the Most High that you have that understanding. We have that understanding, so that way, you know, we could bring back the obedience, or that old school obedience that children once used to have for adults, man, through our children, you know?
And I know there's the one scripture I think is in Sirach where it says, one of the things is that do not be ashamed to overcorrect your child.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is what we need to do, but I mean, it's going to take for the parents to return back to the Most High. It's going to take for the parents to teach the Most High to them and keep it steady going. But that's all I wanted to say. Shalom.
All right, Shalom says, I really appreciate your call. You have a blessed night. All right. Yeah, praise the Most High, man. Yeah, definitely. Great call, great feedback. I had a 330 area code call in. 330. If you see this call, you can call in 330. Yeah. Oh, I got a caller coming in right now. Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
What's going on, brother?
You getting the smoke over here in Ohio too, in Cleveland here. A little bit, not like y'all getting it.
Yeah, I see it. I see it on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, but my daughter, she lives over there in that province, Quebec, that's over the top of you there. You know, in Canada, in Quebec. I asked her about it, and she says 150 fires going.
Oh, wow.
150 different fires is going. But see, it's not really close, like, to your border. It's like way up in the north up there. You know, almost up there to, you know, and the wind is blowing it down like that, you know.
Yeah, we definitely got to keep those brothers and sisters in prayer because, you know,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, Esau gonna,
Yeah,
the devil gonna keep doing what the devil gonna do. But let's talk about the show. Let's talk about do you think obedience is still being taught when you interact with these young people?
No. I'm glad that my mother and father whooped the mess out of me.
Okay.
I'm still alive.
Right, of
Because
course.
I had to get disciplined. I have 3 other brothers, so it's 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And see, what the deal was, my mother, she's like 5'4". She can get under that bed and get you with that iron cord, man. And she used to get me, and my father, he's like the black John Wayne, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the military. You better not come back in at home with no doggone C's and B's. You better come home with straight A's.
You see? So you see, but back then there was even a disciplinary action for not even having good grades. I wonder if these new children go through that now. I doubt it.
But see, I was brought up in the church too, spare the rod and spoil the child. That was like the first commandment in my house, man.
Right.
You had to get disciplined, man, and you come out a better person. That's what the problem is that and Elder Rawchaa talked about that before with the thing with the welfare and stuff like that, and they separate the man from the woman,
right?
And then the kid, and then you get the kid doing what he's doing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the father is there, that wouldn't have been happening like that,
Right? Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because clearly
the situation that perpetuates itself.
Yeah, clearly she would that video that I showed. That mother was definitely afraid. There's not without a shadow of a doubt. I don't think that sister was not afraid of her own son. So
yeah. But I'll just touch on another subject. I don't know if you know about it. It's like our elder, our bishop, brought it to our attention at the church. It's like in the last 2-3 weeks in Cleveland, have abducted 34 children and young adults and stuff. And they really ain't doing nothing about it. They're just taking these young kids. Yeah, in the area of Cleveland, yeah.
So they've been abducting children.
Yeah, 34.
That is crazy.
In the last 2 weeks, it's crazy. And the guy, the police officer, he said, "Oh, it's nothing." And I'm like, I know why you're saying that, because that ain't your people that's being abducted.
Right.
So you don't care about
it, But I'm not gonna speculate, but we all know a lot of them is connected with all of these rituals and all of these kind of stuff, supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So yeah, but
with the old organs and stuff and everything like that, and that the child is slavery kind of thing with prostitution and stuff and everything like that. That kind of stuff. It's like I was riding down the street and I saw this guy talking to this young girl. She's like 15, 14. And I just stopped the car and I looked at him. And after a while, he saw me and he took off. And the little girl, she went, I was just looking at him like, what's going on with this dude? What you talking to that 14, 12-year-old girl for?
Right.
Let her go home. You let her go home.
Yeah.
I just sit there and watch it, man. Because you don't know what's going on. And I believe, just like you said, them demons, man, that Euphrates River, I think it's almost dried up, and it's like these people is going crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Without a shadow of a doubt, man. These, they released them, and now they out here operating.
You're operating. You see them, and you see it on the news and stuff. Just like those kids here in Cleveland, and just like that disobedience with that kid, like that, he had a demon in him.
Of course,
he straight up had a demon in him. But he ain't got no father's finger to put him back. Those scriptures wasn't put in that Bible for no reason, man.
Right. But
it's for instruction.
Brother Allen, I gotta take this next call, but I really always appreciate your call. You know that.
No, I love you, brother, man. We be hooking up pretty soon.
Yes,
Don't worry.
Love you too, my brother.
Get your top together on that keyboard.
Of course. All
right.
Give it up, everybody. Soon. Brother Allen. All right, so I got the 330 area code.
330.
What? 330? Okay. 330? Hello?
Hello?
Is this the 330 area code?
No, this is 347.
347. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got to get back to 330. So, all right. 347. Who am I speaking with? That's a New York number.
Yeah. You speaking with Chrissy?
Chrissy?
Yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you, Chrissy. What's going on? Talk to me.
So I'm sitting here watching I'm watching the channel with my son and my daughter, and I'm showing them about obedience, and that's something that we're working on here in our household.
Praise
and
the
my
Most
son
High.
had a question. He's 6.
How old is he?
He's 6.
Okay. He want to talk to me?
Yeah, so he had a
All right.
question. When you asked for a question, he actually asked. So I said, yes, he could ask. So is it okay if he asks?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, 1 second. You can say hello. Hello?
Hey, what's going on, young man? What's your name?
Carter?
Carter?
Yes.
That's a strong name. You're gonna become a strong man one day, man. So what's your question?
So how do some kids like first they start as a devil or like a good kid or a bad kid?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know how they go up into like devils
Into being bad kids?
God. Yeah, from being bad kids to good kids.
Okay, so you know what happens? You know what usually happens? Why good kids turn bad? You want to know why?
Yeah.
The reason why they usually turn bad is because they stop listening to mommy and daddy. That's what happens. When they stop listening to mommy and daddy and they start to do whatever they want to do, that's when you usually see them turn into bad kids. Because think about it like this, Carter. Do you listen to your mom?
Yes.
You always listen to your mom, right?
Yes.
So what happens when you don't listen to your mom?
You are a bad kid.
You usually get in trouble or you get spoken to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you listen to your mom, that means you're always doing the right thing, because your mom is not going to tell you to do something that she wouldn't do. You understand? So when you see those kids that they're doing bad things, just know that they're not listening to their parents. Okay? And you want to make sure you stay away from those kids and you continue doing what your mom and your dad tells you to do. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Good job, man.
Thank you, Elder.
No problem, sis. Are you part of the New York? You're not part of the New York body. Not yet, I suppose. Hello? Danged it.
Massillon, Ohio.
Okay, so I got 330.
330.
She hung up real quick. I wanted to get more information, but praise the Most High for that call, man. Praise the Most High for that youngster. And I pray that the Most High continues to guide him, because he's very bright. For 6 years old, he's a bright young man. I know the Most High got his hands on that child. 330 area code. 330. Oh, hold on real quick. Let me get you on the broadcast. Yeah, 330. Who am I speaking with?
I'm Brother Damon Ham.
Brother Damon, what congregation you from?
The Cleveland body.
The Cleveland body. Okay, Cleveland's in the house tonight. What's going on, my brother? Talk to me.
Well, you were asking the question, is obedience being taught?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe it is. The way that me and my wife raised our 3 daughters, we were, teaching them how to be ladies and so forth like that. And, when one of our daughters, fell off when she was 18, we had to get her out the house. So
sorry to hear that, man.
But
that's tough.
No, obedience hasn't been taught.
I'm sorry. Come back with that again. You said obedience hasn't been taught.
Yeah, I was just saying, obedience isn't being taught anymore.
Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, but from your observation, like, how do you see the kids in your city?
Well, I mean, they're getting worse. Uh, I can tell that they are getting worse because they really don't have any structure at all. The parents aren't being parents; they're being like friends with them and so forth like that, or try to hang out with them and so forth like that. There's no reason in the world to hang out with your own child. I don't care how old they are.
Right.
I mean, I don't hang out with my daughters. They're 32, 33, and 29. I don't, hang out with them when they go to bars or anything like that. Or
Oh, so okay, your
They're not
daughters
my
are
friends.
older, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you and are two of your daughters in the truth, or
The last one, the youngest one, is she goes to church with us, here and there. But we're trying to get the other two to come, but it's almost like talking to or beating a dead horse.
right? Okay, I mean, well, you just got to continue, just interceding for them in prayer. You never know, the Most High could turn them around tomorrow if He wanted to, right? So I do believe you did your best raising those three girls into women. So
yeah, well, my wife is is a good mother as well.
of course, yeah.
So we dealt with it. The oldest one is our adopted daughter because we took my wife's sister daughter because she had died. So we took her when she was like around about 11 or 12, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
that's the honorable thing to do. Praise the Most High that you guys stepped in, in a time like that, because every child needs a parent. Praise the Most High for that.
True.
All right, my brother Damon, I really appreciate the call. Thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in.
Brother.
All praises.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. All right. I also had a. Okay, brother Mike. Shalom, brother Mike.
Shalom, how you doing, bro?
You coming in real low.
Can you hear me?
Hear you better now. What's going on?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Blessed by the best. His name is Ahaya.
Yeah, I am too, brother. Great job on your show tonight. I definitely understand this topic. I work with kids. I work at a rehab in the adolescent unit. So I deal with a lot of kids that come in. And of course I got kids in my family and stuff like that. And one of the main issues is the way they're raised in terms of a lot of them basically getting raised by tablets and phones. So they're not really even having interaction with their parents like they should. So a lot of the parents now is at 3 years old, they give you a tablet, like, get out my face, you got your tablet. Then you get like 7, 8 years old, you get a cell phone, and they telling you, you got your phone, get out my face. So these kids are learning everything from these phones and tablets without no guidance. And then that's what's developing in their minds. And most of the kids I talk to don't have no kind of concept of God or never even stepped their foot inside any kind of church.
Yeah.
So they don't have no boundaries when it comes to anything. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had a kid.
There's no fear being instilled in them.
Exactly. I remember I had a kid that was using profanity in the middle of the day room, and I was like, bro, yo, you see all these adults out here, why are you cursing like that? And he was like, he called me over to him, and he was like, Mr. Mike, nobody never told me I'm not supposed to curse in front of adults.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how it is right now. It's total, like, and the tough part is, and this might sound crazy, but what happened to us, we lost our last line of defense Our last line of defense used to be the single mom that would sacrifice her life to make sure her kids, and I'm not celebrating single parenting because I think people should be married and stuff, but we used to have a last line of defense, which was the single mom, and now a lot of them don't want to do that job because with the advent of social media, they feel like they're missing out on life. So they're not trying to do the job that single moms did back in the day. Like they're trying to live their life too, because they see everybody else doing it. So they feel like they're getting cheated. They don't want to put that sacrifice in like that. So now when you combine all that stuff together, that's what we have right now, man. And a lot of guys, a lot of these boys growing up, I try to talk to my kids, especially my boys at my job, about making emotional decisions that change your life. One emotional decision can ruin your whole life. And a lot of it comes from being raised by single moms and seeing how she reacts to everything. We don't know how to sit down and have a conversation as men to work things out. That's why these young boys shooting each other all over the place, because they reacted with feminine energy.
Right.
They don't know how to sit down and have a conversation. It's always if men, period, were willing to have the awkward conversation, a lot of beefs wouldn't even happen, bro. Because once you have that uncomfortable conversation, you'll realize the situation wasn't even that serious.
But the thing is, like you pointed out, we're not even being taught, or they're not even being taught how to communicate, because everything is emotion.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I could imagine. I know. What I was gonna say is I could imagine you see the disrespect and how these children are every day, because you said you deal with adolescents, you deal with them. Is a group home?
I'm at a rehab, a residential rehab. So we deal with behavior and substance abuse.
So from if you could speak on it, like what's the age you have? The age range you have
from 13 to 18.
13 to 18.
Sometimes we might get a 12-year-old, but 13 to 18.
And are these foster kids? Like these are kids that have been abandoned, or they just
kids they're kids that's court appointed, school appointed.
Okay.
Like a kid might have got kicked out of school because they kept smoking weed or drugs or anything like that. Or the court might have told them if they had to come there, they kept getting in trouble with drugs or behavior. Or their parents just got tired of them smoking and they wouldn't stop, or using other kind of drugs. So then they got to come to us to stay for 60 to 90 days.
Oh, so they stay there.
So they actually live there. Yeah, they
wow.
actually live there.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure it's a safe environment, nothing crazy going on.
Yes. Nah, it's a state-ran facility. You know what I mean? And you just see the dynamic that's in there. What's really interesting though is that out of our population, I would say Northern Kingdom be having the most kids, that those parents send their kids the most. Then you'll have Esau, but most of the Judahs and Benjamins, Levites, we be having like 1 or 2 kids in there. We don't really send our kids to get help like that.
But the other nations, well, I wouldn't say nation, but the other 10 tribes and the nation, they usually send their child to get help.
Yeah. The Spanish population, they don't play around with it. But also I noticed like a lot of their situations, the fathers are still there.
And
when they bring the kids there, yeah, and their fathers are still there, and when they come visit, they bring a lot of the family with them because they get to come visit the kids on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
So they be real family oriented.
Okay.
Within their nation. You know what I mean?
All right, makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what we dealing with in that, man. But that's the nutshell of my opinion on why you said that obedience isn't being taught. It's like it's scary right now.
But what was shocking is that little boy that said, "No one never told me I couldn't curse in front of adults." That's crazy.
And he was dead serious. That's regular though. The kind of stuff that I hear, bro, it's like I don't take. I'm not surprised at anything anymore.
Right. That's insane, bro. But definitely appreciate your call, big bro.
Always, man.
Yeah.
Always keep doing your work. I like how you not focusing, but doing some things on the youth, man. And I use one of your videos, the one you had with the young brother on there. I sent that to a couple of my young guys for them to see that it's possible for you to serve the Most High and still try to be a student and an athlete and all that stuff.
Praise the
and
Most
be
High.
able to deal with the pressures, man.
All praises.
I hope the Most High bless you to keep doing what you're doing, man. To stay humble and keep striving, man.
The water. All praises. I appreciate you, big bro. Right. Definitely appreciate that. We definitely gotta talk more out offline.
Oh yeah, indeed. Hit me up, bro. I'm
yes,
here.
Sir. All right, shalom.
All right, shalom. Take care.
All right. I had a 443 calling right now. Let's get it. All right. 443 area code.
Shalom.
Who am I speaking with?
You talking to Danita from Maryland.
Hey, shalom, Danita. Shalom, Danita. What's going
on? I just want to say it's not being taught no more since I live definitely close to the capital. All I see all day long is parents trying to be their kids' friends. And even including my own sister, you know, I mean, it's sad to say, like, even as I'm an aunt and then I have a brother that's an uncle and we trying our best to bring up our nieces and nephews and stuff like that, it's like beating a dead horse, like the guy that called in. You try your best, but it's the parents. The parents have decided that they didn't like how they was raised. And since they didn't like how they was raised, they put their mindset like, I will not bring my kids up how my mom raised me or how my dad raised me. So it was like a resentment. And when you got somebody deeply rooted in that resentment, they don't fall forth with, you know, what they was taught.
Right.
So, you know, I know growing up, my mom was a God-fearing woman. And she made us go to church Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we didn't miss a beat. So with my sister, when she had her kids, you know, and like many young women, they don't want to do that. They don't want to go to church. They want to go to church when they feel like going to church.
Right.
And I think that's a huge problem when you have little ones in and out. How they gonna learn the word?
Right.
How they gonna learn structure? So there is no consistency with these kids. And when they see these TikTok videos and they see people making fun of people and disrespecting adults, they think it's cool.
Yep, they learn that. It's learned behavior.
Exactly. And, you know, even my niece said to me the other day, she was like, look, on day it's not cool to follow the Bible. It's not cool to do these things. So I'm not going to do it.
How old was your niece? How old is she?
She's 16. And she's got tats everywhere. She's got piercings. I mean, it's all out cool now for them to do that.
So
and her mother treats her like her friend.
And is that your sister or sister-in-law through marriage?
That's my sister, my blood sister. She's like basically friends with her kids. And, you know, my niece actually, you know, she looks up to me, but she's like, at the same time, it's like I see them patterns, just like as the scripture says, like she lies. And, you know, like so many other kids her age, they all do it. It's like a pattern. And each generation is sad. And
yeah,
we try our best to raise kids up the right way, like how we was taught, but it's like, it's no fear in them.
No.
None.
All right, well.
So it's just,
I definitely appreciate the call, Sister Danita, but you hit on some great points, especially you saying that she's saying these young kids are saying it's not cool to follow the Bible. Like,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
and we starting to see that, you know, through these calls and through how we all formulate in our own opinion, we're seeing that it has to start with the parents. It definitely has to start with the parents. Mm-hmm. Well, I definitely appreciate your call, my sister. Yeah, thank you for calling.
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, I got 614 area code. Who am I speaking with?
This is Yada Bakayar. Great day and many blessings, family.
You said how you say your name? Say that again, brother.
Yada Bakayar.
Yada Bakayar, brother Yada. What's going on, man? What body you from?
From the Columbus body.
Okay, hey, Columbus is in the house. The whole area, Columbus, Cleveland, all this y'all in the house tonight. What's going on, my brother? Speak to me.
All praises, definitely. I was just giving a call because I see myself with a lot of things and a lot of children that is going on. Even with the brother that called from the group home area, and the brother that said that he raised 3 young ladies, he and his wife. You know, it's like obedience is trying to be instilled into some of our people, and it's just being rejected. And it helps me to see and understand when the elders are speaking about these demons that's being released out here in this world, how they are able to take a hold to some of the weaker vessels that's out here.
Yeah.
And so I myself have even had a difficult experience with, you know, my children as far as trying to guide them in the right direction and things of that nature. And it seems that the system has put a lot of things in place to keep us from disciplining our children or instilling the correct way into our children when we go about, you know, disciplining them, like the young lady said, spare the rod for the child and things of that nature. So I have seen in some instances where our children is trying to be guided in the right direction with some, because I can't always put it off on what the parents aren't doing and how the parents are living this type of life.
Yeah.
I've seen that also, you know, but I've also seen where, you know, dealing with different people that is trying to instill obedience in the correct way into the children, and they just reject it. And even with some of the adults that you run across, you know, like the one gentleman was saying, these a lot of these guys out here are dealing with emotional way of doing things,
right?
And you know, when you try to explain it to them or talk to them, and I'm speaking of the young men that's anywhere from, you know, 15 to 25, you know, and you're speaking with them and you're trying to show them something, and they just totally reject
what you're trying to instill. What you're trying to bring them.
Con. So I have seen, I can't totally say that it's always the parents or it's always, because I come from the country myself, and even when it wasn't my parents that was disciplining me, it was an auntie, an uncle, a neighbor, you know, someone of that nature.
But it goes to show that there was still some level of or a person of authority still over a child to instill to instill some type of discipline in that child. Because now, let's say that child leaves that house from a house where they are getting disciplined, but they still have some rebellion in them. If they come across another adult or another member in their family that's also helping with that, because like that saying that goes, it takes a village to raise a child. We actually lost that. And so we actually lost that having that village of a people to watch over one child, because there's basically saying that there's always an eye watching. Because if you leave your house and you go over there down the block and you do that, that person's going to report back to your parents, and you're going to get it when you get home. We don't have that type of system in our neighborhoods.
And this
amongst
is
each other.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. So, I definitely hear what you're saying, but a lot of the blame really does come from the spiritual and social upbringing of that child in the household. Like the scripture says, we got to start it from when they're children. You understand? To instill the fear in them. So we can't neglect that part of it, right? Because I've ran into a lot of parents that smile and laugh with their child when they do something that is uncomely in public. When a parent has a child that just walks in a room and doesn't greet not one adult, that's crazy. I grew up in a household where even if it's not my house, if I came into a place and there's adults in the room, I had to go around and greet every single last one of them before I could go and do what I want to do with my friend and play. We got some parents. Yeah, we got some parents today who don't even teach their children that they gotta go around the room to greet everybody. Or if they notice that their child is not doing that, they're not saying, hey, you don't see such and such right here. You don't see such and such right here. Come say hi. So there's no one there to even put that into that child's brain. So yeah, man. We got to bring that stuff back.
Yeah, I've seen it in both perspectives. I've seen it in both perspectives where, some of it is the parents, definitely, and they're instilling, and some of it is just total rejection of receiving the correct food, from some people, And so, yeah, just overall, I just think that we need to definitely stay in prayer and just, keep reaching out.
Yeah.
Because, like the couple was saying, they've tried, and, and still it was just one of those things that, and so, some of our people, they do go off, and that's what us as a people have done is why we lost our land in the first place. Is going off and not obeying what we were taught.
Right.
So this is a historical thing of, even though we've been taught the right way, the reason why we are where we are right now is from not following the obedient way of living. So, that's all I wanted to cap on, family.
I appreciate
thank you
for calling
Many
in.
blessings to everyone.
Drop this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
I definitely appreciate you for calling in, my brother.
Yes, sir. Shalom.
Shalom. Okay, I got a 406 area code. 406 area code. Shalom, 406.
Shalom, brother.
What's going on?
Brother Antoine.
Shalom, brother Antoine. Where you calling from?
Chicago, buddy.
Hey, we got Chicago in the house. Shalom. What's going on?
Shalom, but I was just listening to the broadcast and I was just thinking, a lot of brothers and the sister touched on it, is like, for whatever reason, the old way is not good enough. We're looking at all the facets of life and we're just breaking it down, and everybody's saying that wasn't good enough, whether it was good or bad. And we seeing it even when it comes down to the children, of nurturing them, disciplining them. And it's sad. But then again, on top of that, I think of it too as we still got to focus on the kids that we are growing up right now. So we can't ignore the kids that we do have that are doing well, because we're seeing all the bad and assuming, it just sometimes it seems like it could put us in a defeated state.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we got to stay away from that defeated mindset and focus on building what we have now and what's around us, and it'll soak into those kids, and they'll want to come and hang around our kids. Like, man, that brother house that brother over there, he look like whatever got going on, I want to be a part of.
Right.
You know, so that's why we got to continue to pour into our kids so that they can exude that into the world, because they are the future.
They the light. They the new light. Yeah. Con.
And with that, I yield. I mean, I do want to say one more other thing, man.
No, go ahead,
that brighter day, brother. That brighter day. That song right there, that get me going.
Oh, the song "Brighter Day" that I put out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. I'll definitely try to play it before the show ends. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you, my brother.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, shalom. Yeah, he hit on a lot of great points. And yeah, you know, I gotta say that too. I don't want to neglect the children that are doing well. And what's crazy is I have a video of an example of a right, or what it looks like when someone is doing right. Right? I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it after I take a couple of more calls. Right? I seen a 470 number calling. You've been calling, and I want to make sure I get you. A 470 area code. Right? A 470 area code. I want to make sure I get you. Let me see. A lot of people calling at the same time. You've been calling, and I know you've been patient. Even a 347. What is this? Second. Pick up this call. Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
What am I speaking to?
Shalom, shalom.
Oh, what's that?
Hey, what's going on, sister? What's going on?
What's that? I'm just hanging in there looking at your show.
Yeah, praise the Most High. Happy you calling in.
Yes. Oh, man, you know, this is really so sad. I'm looking at these little clips, and it's like, really, these young children are really, really going off. Yes, it's the demon that's in them.
Yeah. And it's sad because, you know, a lot of these kids in these videos, they haven't even lived life yet. And at the rate they're going, bro, it doesn't seem like there's hope. But I'm not gonna say that at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? But from the outside looking in, it looks like, yo, what's left for this kid right here?
Officer, I am never going to give up on these young children. I'm never going to give up. I'm just going to keep praying.
You have to. You have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to call in to let you know that this is an awesome platform. Oh,
all praises be to the
really,
Most High.
It does make me feel so sad inside.
No, yeah.
Oh, hopefully I'll be able to see you Saturday, huh?
Of course, Most High willing, I'll be there. Most High
All right, because you know I got to hear that music, right?
Of course. Most High willing. I just got to start exercising my fingers, make sure they're nice and loose, nice and loose, right?
Yeah. I just want to say shalom, you know, and just keep up the good work.
All praise be to the Most High, my sister.
All praises.
All right, shalom. Okay, I missed you again. 470. Let me do this. Let me call you. Oh, you calling back? Okay, good. Praise the Most High. All right, finally 470. Shalom. Who am I speaking with?
This Kaim.
Brother Kaim.
Yes, sir.
What body you from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
But I'm the new one from Georgia.
Oh, okay, praise the Most High. What's going on? Talk to me. I seen you was calling. I seen it. I had to make sure I got you before I played this video.
Yeah. Well, it's like what you just said, like a second ago. I guess the parents don't care about legacy no more. They just care about what they got going on right now. You know what I mean? They look at their stuff as like, well, you know what I mean? You'll get it once you get it. Instead of like prepping like, you know, other nations, they have like a business already ready for their children.
and they be grooming their children to be able to take over the business. And I saw a video and I shared it. It was crazy because the guy was saying like, man, there's no big mamas on the porches no more. And I was like, man, that is right, because they used to be on the porch. Yes, sir. And you know, if you get in trouble, you can get your butt whooped by, you know what I mean, the neighbors.
Right.
I remember one time, right, Officer Hogg, my brother and cousin and friends, it's like they said, you know what, he had a lighter and some gasoline. So they said, man, let's go in the woods and light some. So when they started walking, I went the other way. And as they know, it was a bunch of smoke. Man, they got whooped by his parents, my mother, my uncle, and then when my uncle got home, they got whooped by my cousin's father. So, you know what I mean? It don't have that no more.
Right.
You know? And that's what's missing.
It's definitely, yeah, exactly. You see that whole, the neighborhood got their eyes on you. That don't even exist no more. That does not exist. That's gone. Right? That's gone. But praise the Most High that we could do that amongst ourselves as we starting to build these new communities, you know, with the belief in the Most High and implementing His law, statute, commandments. We could do that amongst our communities. And you know what the best and the greatest example of that we have from year to year? It's at Tabernacles. At Tabernacles. When all of our families is together, you know what I'm saying? I know that there's somebody watching my boys. The same way how I'm watching someone else's children. I'm watching, you understand? We have eyes on our, and that, you know, times like Tabernacles it just shows me and shows us that we really need our own. We got to be separate. Like we can't, you know what I'm saying? We got to be in control where we have all of our families and our children in one area and we could physically watch, because believe it or not, that's why they work us with these jobs, you know what I'm saying, to tire us out, so when we come home, we don't have the energy to instill anything in these children. Right? That's exactly what's happening. But
right, and them holy days, like you said, it's so key and so important, because when we get together, the energy for one, and then the kids see it, and then they see other kids that in the same walk. So it's like, you know, like the caller said, well, you know what I mean, you know, the Bible is not cool, and well, hell is not cool at all. It's real hot down there.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
it ain't cool either.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we have to, you know what I mean, instill fear in these kids and let them know how real it is, and show them Lot's wife, and show them, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah. They went over there and videotape and show them the Euphrates River, show them all these prophecies, so they can know that it's real. That's what we got to do, definitely.
Right, con, definitely. But what you said was so key, like us coming together and showing these kids these feast days. Like my son, my oldest, he looks forward to Tabernacles and Passover. He looks forward to these things, and these are the memories that we have to instill in them to keep them in tune with the Father. So praise the Most High. Definitely appreciate your call, Locke.
All
praises. Yes, sir. Yes. I know I had some other call. I had I don't remember which area code. It was another 443 area code. It's calling in. But before I take this next call, I want to show this video. I want to actually show a success story of what happens when you are instilling discipline and fear in a child.
Dollars in scholarship offers from 130 of them. Meet Malik Barnes, a student at the International High School of New Orleans.
Thiel College, what school is this? Hilbert College. Always been devoted to trying to get my schoolwork done and get good grades. Always, of course, like the average child.
At just 16, Dennis Barnes is anything but the average child. He's just a few weeks away from graduating from International High School, and he's got a big decision to make. What college will he attend?
It's lovely to witness a young man who works hard while remaining humble and acknowledging God as the source of his success.
This star scholar has a 4.98 GPA.
And I want y'all to listen to what this young man actually says. This guy is like 16.
Speaks fluent Espanol and is on the track and basketball teams at school. So how does he do it all? Here he is with the answer to that question. So Malik, welcome, and how do you do it? I mean, are you good at time management?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
That's
so what's your
good.
secret? Are you Superman?
No, ma'am, I'm far from it. I give all glory and honor to God, definitely.
Y'all see how he started his thing? He said, I give all glory and honor to God. So something is being instilled in this young man, which is keeping him in track. The Most High is being instilled in him. That's why he's able to be such a responsible, intelligent, respectable young man.
I'm doing okay.
That's
so what's your
good.
secret? Are you Superman?
No, ma'am, I'm far from it. I give all glory and honor to God, definitely. I thank my parents that are always supporting me and encouraging me.
Then you see what he says? I thank my parents for always supporting and encouraging me. Exodus 20. Loving the Most High, and then honoring him, and honoring and loving your parents. He got it down pat. 16.
Me, and definitely Miss Denise James. That's my school counselor at International High School. She has done a good job at working with me. She's helping me out so much. Definitely, like you said, time management is a.
And he also think the other adults that's in his life. See how important it is for us to train up these children in the way they should go.
Big factor in everything. I kind of try to get everything done in an orderly schedule while maintaining school, extracurriculars, doing my applications. So definitely it is something that I have to be able to do.
Yeah, and you're a senior at 16. Again, your GPA, I'm going to say it again because, wow, it's 4.98. So why do you think you excel, Malik, in academics? I mean, is it your studying habits? Do things come easy to you? Do you work hard? What is it?
I think that those are all things that plays factors in my success. But one thing that I do definitely know for a fact is that I know I have dreams and aspirations that are long-term, that's beyond right now in the next 10, 20 years. And those are all things that I want to accomplish, those dreams that I said. And I believe that right now is stepping stones to get where I want to be. So it's definitely a drive, a motivation to kind of push me to do what I have to do now so that whenever I graduate college and move on in life, I could be where I want to be.
We commend Dennis's parents for guiding and molding him into the man that Dennis has become.
That's his parents. His father's in his life, his mother's in his life, right?
Indeed, he is a son who makes his parents glad, as Proverbs says. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. Proverbs 13, verse 1 and 15, verse 20. Dennis Malik Barnes holds the U.S. record for the number of college offers and scholarships.
He holds the record, the Guinness World Record of how many scholarships he's been offered. Black teen sets new world record with $9 million in college scholarships. So this guy is going to go to any school of his choice on a free ride. So it's possible, y'all.
At 16, he has already earned 27 college credits. In this day and age, when social media distracts students and severely impairs their academic performance, it is impressive that Dennis was able to minimize distractions, resulting in this remarkable accomplishment.
You've earned 27 college credits. How did you do that?
I am dual enrolled at Sunday University of New Orleans, and I've been able to take those courses since I've been at International High School. I've taken the majority of my core classes, the majority of classes I would have to take as a freshman. So my math, my science, social studies, English, and along with some electives, of course, I've taken intro to criminal justice. I'm currently doing evidence. So I have been able to rack up those credits, and I'm hoping that they can help me down the line.
Here, you're going to make a decision by Tuesday. What will...
So basically, he ends up making a decision of what college he's going to choose, because he could go to any college he wants, right? So he picked the Ivy League school of Cornell University. You know what I'm saying? So it is possible. So there are some success stories. I'm not going to sit here and paint the picture, and I'm happy that that brother pointed it out, because it slipped my mind to actually play this, right? But this video I wanted to play as well to show, like, it is possible. But what made it possible? The fact that God was instilled in this young man first. So guess what, brothers and sisters? We have to bring this back into the schools. We have to bring this back into media. Without this, we get the destruction of children. We get the disrespect. We get all of the stuff that we've seen that is contrary to this young man. So the answer is pretty much the Most High. The scriptures, the Most High said, because thou hast forgotten me, I will also forget thy children. It's in the book. So now we see what happens when we as parents, when we forget the Most High. The Most High in turns looks at us and looks at our children like, all right. Now I'm going to show you how I feel. I'm going to put that on your children. Now I'm going to show you how you making me feel. Your children is a reflection of how your relationship is with the Most High. You want to know how your relationship with the Most High is with your with the Most High? Look at the relationship that you have with your children. I mean, we can't make this stuff up. I'm not trying to make no stuff up. But I definitely do appreciate all of the calls, all of the people that called in. I know I didn't get to everybody. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. But we're gonna have more streams for that. And maybe one day I'll just do a stream where I'll just straight taking calls and we just straight talking and you know building each other's minds, man, because we definitely need that. And I do understand that people need a voice. People need to be heard as well too. So I gotta make sure I gotta set that up as well too. But there's so much to talk about, man. And you know what? I'm gonna just play this song before we head out. You know, the brother inspired it. So I'll play it real quick. This is one of my singles, right? It's called Brighter Day, right? By myself and featuring Lawya, right? Streaming on all major platforms.
It's gonna be a brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Oh, brighter day. A brighter day. Things are not going your way. Take it to him and just kneel down and pray. Countless thoughts that keep me up at night. I call on my Abba, he makes everything alright. Ooh, his love is unconditional. He fills my cup, it overflows. Ooh, I know that he's able. Trust and see, I know it's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day, it's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day, it's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day, it's gonna be a brighter day. A brighter day. Life can be so tricky sometimes. Always have you caught up. No time to be blind because we used to live a fantasy. My Abba never wanted that for you or me, yeah. Ooh, his love is unconditional. He fills my cup, it overflows. Ooh, I know that he's able. Trust and see, I know it's gonna be a brighter
Yes, that was Brighter Day, one of my singles, right? Streaming on all major platforms. Go check it out, man. I appreciate you guys. Oh man, such a great show. Such a great show. But like all good things, you know, this show must come to an end. Yes. Y'all know what time it is. It's good night, but it's not goodbye. I'll see you next time. I'll see you later, right? But, you know, I hope that you all enjoy the Sabbath coming up. Pray you guys get a lot of rest, get some reading done. Make sure you guys tune in to the elders this weekend. He's going into a powerful broadcast, which he was supposed to do yesterday, matter of fact, but he didn't do it. He's going to do it, I believe, this Shabbat, right? Titled, you take it down? No, Capital Punishment by God. So make sure you guys tune in this Saturday at A Gathering 144, Capital Punishment by God. It's going to be a powerful lesson. And enjoy the Sabbath with your family and your friends. Stay prayed up. Sin not, right? Until we see Zion. I'm telling y'all, remain on the course, guys. We see the day approaching. We see what they're doing. Do not fret. Do not be moved. Because trust me, the Most High knows all of his children. And not one hair on your head will fall without his permission. Think about that.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi Experience.
Shalom. Peace and blessings. Love you guys. And good night.